Here we presents the top 5 best lightweight laptops. Starting at number 5, Apple MacBook Air. The new Apple MacBook Air with M1 redefines the MacBook Air as we know it, taking an iconic laptop and supercharging it. Yes, we've now officially entered the Apple Silicon era, and this new MacBook Air packs pro-grade power to truly challenge Intel-based Windows PCs, and often beat them. As a prospective MacBook shopper myself, I'm happy to say that the new MacBook Air offers serious performance gains over its predecessor, and many more hours of battery life as well. This MacBook Air with M1 review will show why this is one of the best laptops, period. Most of the apps I've used on the MacBook Air are still the Intel versions, which macOS Big Sur uses Rosetta 2 to translate for working on its ARM-based processor. Once app developers make universal versions, their apps will run even faster on the Apple Silicon systems, like this M1-based MacBook Air. The MacBook Air with M1 starts at $999, though educational customers can get it for $899. That model has an 8-core CPU and 7-core GPU, 8 GB of RAM and a 256 GB SSD. The $1,249 model is a little more stacked, with 512 GB of SSD storage, plus an 8-core GPU. This MacBook Air with M1 review has shown why its amazing endurance and shockingly good speed combined to take the MacBook Air to new heights. If only it packed a couple more ports and slimmed down its bezels, the new MacBook Air might be 5-star perfect. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4, Apple MacBook Pro. Long an essential tool for multimedia editors, software developers, and other creative professionals, Apple's 13-inch MacBook Pro is also appealing to mainstream Mac users seeking higher performance than the MacBook Air and a laptop that's smaller and less expensive than the flagship 16-inch MacBook Pro. The latest 13-inch MacBook Pro reviewed here is as sleek as ever and more powerful than before, thanks to Apple's new M1 processor. But concurrent updates to the MacBook Air have us recommending it over the smaller MacBook Pro as the best Apple laptop for most people. While the MacBook Pro's looks certainly endure, the design does come with a few compromises. It's not heavy, but the MacBook Pro is slightly larger and heftier than some of its Windows competitors with identical screen sizes, including the Dell XPS 13. The Mac measures 0.61 by 12 by 8, 4 inches and weighs 3 pounds, compared with 0.58 by 11, 6 by 7, 8 inches and 2.6 pounds for the base model XPS 13. And the XPS 13 isn't the thinnest or lightest 13-inch laptop you can buy. Still, I find both of these laptops to be pleasing to hold and far from burdensome to tote. They don't feel heavy. They feel sturdy. The M1-powered MacBook Pro's other minor chassis compromise is that it comes with just 3 ports, 2 USB Type-C connectors and a 3.5mm headphone jack. A few years ago, this was a major deficiency for professional users who had lots of peripherals, including external drives with the older USB Type-A cables. In 2020, however, this is less of an issue, since many peripherals now come with USB-C connectors. You can also easily pick up USB-C expansion docks and hubs from Apple or third parties. To compare, the XPS 13 also offers just 2 USB-C ports. The Intel-powered 13-inch MacBook Pro, however, continues to be available with 2 additional USB-C ports, for a total of 4. Now powered by Apple's M1 CPU, the 13-inch MacBook Pro remains a workhorse for those who want a compact macOS laptop that's still powerful enough to perform processor-intensive workflows. Halfway of my listed number 3, ASUS ZenBook UX333 FADH51. ASUS is trying to undercut our laptop editors' choices. At $849.99, the ZenBook 13 is a hefty $360 less than a Dell XPS 13 equipped with an identical Intel Core i5-8265U processor, 8 GB of memory, a 256 GB solid-state drive, and a 1080p non-touch display. The difference between the ASUS and the Razer Blade Stealth is even greater at $550, though the Razer provides a faster Core i7-8565U CPU. You won't find frills like a Thunderbolt 3 port or a 4K touch display option, but you'll find the ZenBook 13 a tempting entry-level pick among light, compact, Skinny screen bezel ultra-portables. At 0. 67 by 11. 9 by 7. 4 inches, ASUS boasts that the new model is 14% smaller than last year's UX331, with much thinner screen bezels. That compares nicely to the Dell XPS 13 0. 46 by 11. 9 by 7. 8 inches. The ZenBook even beats the Dell's weight by a few milligrams. Interestingly, while the ZenBook UX331 was one of the very few ultraportables to offer discrete graphics, its successor joins the XPS 13 in sticking with the Intel processor's UHD Graphics 620 integrated silicon. That makes it strictly a productivity machine unsuited for light gaming. The older ZenBook's Windows Hello fingerprint reader has vanished too, replaced by a 720p face recognition webcam centered above the screen. The camera's images were clear, but pale or washed out in a sunny room. The ASUS ZenBook 13 is a classy Core i5 ultraportable that's priced aggressively. Even a slightly cramped keyboard can't keep it from an earnest recommendation. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. Coming in at number 2. Google Pixelbook Go. Those are the great things, but there are plenty of good things too. It has a simple unfussy design, good speakers, and a solid trackpad. The model I am testing, which is an Intel Core i5Y series processor, is fast and responsive. Virtually everything about this laptop makes me want to recommend it as the go-to, default Chromebook for everybody. Everything, that is, except for the price. It starts at $649, and the model I'm testing is $849. Comparable Chromebooks cost at least $100 less for similar features. So with the Pixelbook Go, what are you paying for? It weighs 3 pounds and feels sturdy and trustworthy thanks to a magnesium chassis. Many Chromebooks have plastic bodies, so part of what you're paying for with the Pixelbook Go is the materials. Google has coated that magnesium with a soft paint that's almost plastic-like. I can't tell you if it will chip or scratch easily. It hasn't during my week of testing, at least, but I suspect it'll hold up fairly well. You can lift up the screen with just one finger, but you can't flip it all the way around to put the laptop into tablet or tent mode. As bad as tablet mode on Chrome OS still is, I do wish it was still an option here, if only for setting it up in a tent mode to watch movies on a plane. 3 of the 4 Pixelbook Go models come with a 1920x1080, 16:9 LCD touchscreen. The bezels on the top and bottom of the screen are on the large side, but the screen itself gets plenty bright and doesn't inspire any complaints. Really, my only problem is with that aspect ratio. I'm not a fan. I know not everybody likes the taller 3:2 aspect ratio on laptops, but even 16:10 would have felt a little less cramped when I'm browsing websites. And number 1. Lenovo ThinkPad X1. No one wants to lug around a laptop with them for work. It's why manufacturers continue to create laptops that focus on keeping your productivity up while cutting down on size and weight. The 7th Gen Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon is a perfect example. A 14-inch business laptop that is thinner and lighter than last year's model, while also increasing battery life and without sacrificing performance. At 4 pounds, you'd never use the word lug when commuting or traveling with the X1 Carbon. It's only 14.9 mm thick too, so you can slip it in and out of your bag flying in a middle seat in coach without elbowing your neighbors. And despite having a larger display than many ultraportables, it's still tray table size. You can even get the X1 Carbon with one of Lenovo's Privacy Guard displays to help block out what's on your screen when viewed from the sides. Prices currently start at just less than $1,300 and quickly ratchet up from there. This is Lenovo's flagship business ultraportable, after all. My review laptop sells for $2,499, but it's nearly maxed out on components including an Ultra HD resolution display with HDR400 support and has a new carbon fiber design on its lid. Basically, it has all the appeal of a premium ultraportable for consumers, as well as Lenovo's latest privacy and security features for business, easily making it one of the best in its class. The X1 Carbon is a traditional clamshell and doesn't have the dual 360-degree hinges and the active pen of its X1 Yoga line mate. The screen does open 180 degrees, which gives you plenty of positioning flexibility and makes it easier to share your display with others at the table. The Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon is a best-in-class ultraportable that combines premium design appeal with business-grade privacy and security features. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.